Yesterday, I was talking to my friend, and he said this thing that made me think about things. Basically, said that you're such an addictive person to talk to. It's so easy and so nice to talk to you, make such a good first impression. Once I talked to my other friend, who's a girl, for her it was pretty hard to leave that good impression and leave that feeling in people when they want to have more of her. And I thought about that and I highlighted the things that when I see in people, they leave an unforgettable impression on me. And I realized that some of those things, most of those things, are the things that I actually do. And I decided to share those things with you guys so that you can also leave unforgettable impressions on anyone you meet and make people want to talk to you more and more, leave them wanting more all the time, every time you meet somebody new, or if you're talking to somebody for a while, doesn't matter. Those are the things that, even if you want to focus on yourself, will help you a lot in your day-to-day life. And those 5 tips, 5 habits will definitely help you with your relationship with other people or with yourself. Hello guys, my name is Valeria. In this channel I talk about everything related to psychology, self-development, self-improvement, womanhood, about everything that will help you become your best self. And today we're gonna talk about how to be this magnetic and unforgettable person. Thing number 1, stop judging other people. Let people be them, do them. You focus on yourself and only on the things you can control and you can change in yourself. There is a saying in a religion writing that whatever you judge will actually come to you. So whatever you judge people for will somehow come to your life. So you're not gonna judge other people. You're not gonna make any decisions about whether the person is good or bad, whether they're doing a good or bad thing. They're doing them. You do yourself. You focus on yourself. You focus on your reactions. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, all your reactions are not connected to other people. They are your reactions, your indicators. Other people cause them, yes, like triggers for you to see a switch, a light, and to understand that you have some internal processes. But all of those, all the anger, all the shame, all the guilt, all the jealousy, it's all about you. So instead of judging other people or talking about other people, you should focus on yourself instead. And that first will make other people feel easier next to you because nobody wants to have this cloud of judgment. Let people make their own decisions. Let people make their choices. Let people live their lives. You judge your own actions and your own decisions only. And that's it. That's first gonna make your life easier because you can never control other people. You cannot make somebody love you, like you, dislike you, hate you, worship you. You only can control your reactions and your feelings towards the person. And yes, you can control the way you feel towards somebody. It's gonna make your life easier and it's gonna make people feel easier when they're next to you. Point number 2, stop being interested in other people's opinion. Let them think whatever they want. Let them talk about whatever they want. It's their life. Don't focus on it. Whatever people say, you need to understand it's not about you. It's usually about them. If they say that you're not successful enough, or you don't work enough, or you work too much, or you make not enough money, or you're too pretty, or you're too ugly, blah 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 blah, it's not about you, it's about them. Just like your judgments and your emotions are about you, not about other people, their feelings towards you are about them. So probably they are not allowing themselves to have something in their life, and it's easier for them to focus on you and judge you instead of focusing on their lives. And if they do that, that is a very sad type of people you just don't want to be around. Don't take judgment from someone you wouldn't take advice from, you know? Let them talk, talk. And let me tell you, people don't care that much. I was raised in a culture where everybody was constantly looking over their shoulder and thinking what the neighbors are thinking about them. Nobody cares. People can talk, people can gossip. It is a very low vibration state. It's just pretty sad that they don't have their lives to live and they talk about other people, but there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do is just pass it and understand that they are not doing it because they have wonderful, miraculous, interesting lives, but on the contrary, because your life is much more interesting to them than their own. Point number 3, a very important one, if you want other people to like you. I'll be explaining it from a perspective of a woman, but it doesn't matter. People like to be listened to, people like to be admired, people like to feel special. So whenever you listen more than you talk to a person, they actually feel like they are very interesting to you. And I'm not saying that you're gonna play this game or something. Genuinely make it a habit of listening more, because as a woman, for example, it's very important for me to listen to understand what kind of person I'm being next to, what kind of person I'm with. For example, if I'm just meeting a new person, I need to understand what their views are, what their values are, what they think about, what they talk about, how do they view finances, how do they view, I don't know, eating habits, everything, because you are very affected by the people you surround yourself with. And you need to understand, you need to see the person for who they really are in order to understand whether you even want to spend time with that person. Because let me tell you this, their values, their opinions, their behaviors will rub off onto you after some time if you keep talking to them. And if you talk more instead of listening, says the person who literally talks for 10 minutes straight. I usually don't talk that much in real life, which is ironic. But if you're the person who listens more, you're the person who makes the decisions for yourself. You're the person who values her opinions, her values, her views so much that she's not gonna just spread them and tell them to every person. The person needs to be actually worth her time and worth her energy. And in order to understand that, you need first the time for the people to show you who they really are. Second, the space to listen and actually see what the people are showing you. And 3, the mindset to actually accept what they're showing you. Because personally, what I did, we like to paint this picture of a fantasy of somebody this person might become, or some nice qualities suddenly seem so good and some red flags don't seem that bad, only because of our own perception, which is not reality. But if you look at the reality of what the other person is trying to show you, you'll see that sometimes the picture is very different, and you need to understand who you surround yourself with from the start. Don't waste your time, we don't have that much on this earth. Understand that you're either wasting your time with the person or you're actually able to learn something from that person. If you feel like you're the smartest person in the room, you're standing in the wrong room. It's either needs to be a mutually pleasant exchange, so you both have some things to teach each other, some things to learn, or you have a person who's much smarter, much more wise, has much more experience in the things that you want to learn and can actually teach you something. Point number 4 or 5 is a very interesting point that changed my communication, my perception of other people, and my view of relationships. Mostly rejection, especially for a woman, is simply a way for the universe to relocate, to refocus your energy. It's actually better for you to be rejected, because when somebody closes the door in front of you, it's just a way for the universe to show you that, girl, you're not going in the right direction. You don't need that. You need the other one. Try something else. It leaves you the space to try something else. And that applies to people as well. If somebody doesn't like you, if somebody doesn't want to be with you, if somebody doesn't want to be around you, don't drag them. Don't make them. You can't. Once again, freedom of feeling stuff. You do you. Let people do them. And just take that rejection, shake their hand, say thank you for giving you space to actually find something that is for you. See rejection as a step closer to something that is much better. And that's how it usually works, honestly. Take it easy. If people don't want to talk to you, their loss. And that gets me to the last point, one of the most important ones. You need to be an interesting person to talk to. You need to be an interesting person to be around. Build yourself, focus on yourself, work on yourself. You need to be the person you want to spend your time with. So you need to start enjoying your own company. You need to start learning about yourself. You need to start educating yourself. Be genuinely busy. Don't pretend like you are. Focus on building your career, your finance, your physique, your knowledge, your surroundings. Focus on your life. There is so much you can change about yourself. There's so many things you can learn, and once you actually do, you will actually be a person people are interested in being around, because you know so much. You are so filled internally that you have a lot to share. Don't be a vampire, be a sun. Don't suck energy from other people. Don't expect people to give you something. Be the person who can radiate something, who can give something, who can teach something, who can show and speak about new things, who is interesting to be around. And I'll tell you the trick. If you're not interested in being by yourself, if you're not interesting to yourself, guess what? You want to be interesting to other people. So you need to learn what are the things that you like. How do you like to spend your time? How can you fill your free time? What can you do with that space when you're just by yourself? Who are you as the person? And if you don't like who you are at the moment, change it. Work on that. Spend your time on actually building yourself. Get busy. Be busy. Live your life the way that actually excites you. And it shouldn't be about other people. Obviously, you can have friends and relationships, but the most important person, the person you spend most time with, the person you talk the most to, the person you rely on the most, the person whose opinion the most important to you is yourself and only yourself. And you can achieve that, you can be that only by learning about yourself, only by educating yourself, only by being with yourself and being in this energy of comfort. Like, you're so happy with yourself, you're bringing this energy to other people. They're like, wow, it's so nice to be with that person, to be around the person, because they radiate this, I don't know, glow energy. They're just so happy and so in love with themselves in a good way that they radiate this love to other people. They are full. They don't need to get something from other people. They can actually share something. And if there are needs, if there are things that you feel like you want to get from other people, find the ways to fill those needs yourself first. And then you would actually be a full glass of water that you can share with other people, not an empty one. Nobody wants an empty glass, right? And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. Empty glass is also great because you can fill it with whatever you want. You want it to be orange juice, you want it to be vodka, you want it to be coconut water, whatever that is that you want, whatever that is that you think you should be filled with, fill yourself with, whether it will be knowledge, people, surrounding, languages, your career, hobbies. And then people actually will feel magnetized towards you, because let me tell you, people who need something from other people all the time, such a huge amount everywhere of those. And the amount of people who go into the communication and into the relationship actually wanting to give something instead of taking and needing something, the amount of those is very, very low. And by being very rare, you make people want you more. So become that person. Don't let people's opinion change the way you feel about yourself, and be magnetic, be unforgettable. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.